If you're considering purchasing or already own a 2014 Honda Odyssey, there are a few important things you should be aware of to keep your minivan running smoothly. In this video, we'll go over some common issues and how to address them. So let's go ahead and dive in. First up is the transmission shudder, a common issue with this model. If you notice harsh clunking or jerking while shifting, it could be a sign of transmission trouble. This is something you don't want to ignore. To prevent this, it's crucial to change the transmission fluid regularly, ideally between 30,000 and 90,000 miles. Another contributing factor to the shudder is a faulty transmission oil pressure switch. Updating the VCM, which is a variable cylinder management, which I'll get to next, and performing a fluid drain and fill can help alleviate this issue. Speaking of VCM, the 2014 Honda Odyssey is equipped with the VCM2 system, known to be problematic. This system can shut off the rear bank of cylinders and even one cylinder in both the rear and front banks at the same time. You might notice engine vibrations when the eco mode is active, which is a clear sign of the VCM issues. So you're probably wondering, what is a VCM? It's a fuel-saving technology that Honda introduced in 2005, found in many of their V6 engines. Essentially, VCM shuts off some cylinders when the full power of all six isn't needed, like during cruising to reduce fuel consumption. Here's how it works. VCM uses a solenoid controlled by oil pressure to disengage the cam followers from the rocker arms in certain cylinders. This closes the valves, stops the combustion cycle, and disables fuel injection in those cylinders, effectively turning them off temporarily. But there's more to it than just turning off cylinders. VCM is supported by other components like active control engine mounts that dampen vibrations when cylinders are shut off. There's also active noise cancellation, or ANC, which plays white noise through the speakers to cancel out any extra noise caused by the VCM system. The VCM can also lead to increased oil consumption, cylinder misfiring, and added stress on engine control mounts. To alleviate this problem, there's a device called the VCM tuner, which disables the VCM, preventing these problems. I'll include a link in the description where you can find a VCM tuner that matches your vehicle type. I've also included a link in the description below of a detailed video explaining how the VCM can harm your engine. Make sure to check that out for a more in-depth information. Aside from the transmission and VCM, there are a few other maintenance checks you should keep in mind. First, always ensure that the timing belt has been changed according to the manufacturer's recommendations. Neglecting this can lead to costly engine damage. Also, keep an eye on the alternator and CV joints. A failing alternator can leave you stranded, and frankly, no one wants that, so be sure to check for that. And if you hear a clicking sound when turning, it could be a sign of a worn CV joint. Address these issues promptly to avoid further complications. Lastly, it's always a good idea to consult with an independent mechanic who is familiar with the Honda Odyssey. They can provide you with unbiased advice and help you stay on top of any potential issues before they become major problems. Bringing this to the dealership should be the last place in mind for maintenance. So by staying proactive with these maintenance tips, you can keep your 2014 Honda Odyssey running smoothly for years to come. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and check out the links in the description for more resources. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.